That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have one final game to seal the deal on this group stage. It's over towards the North American side of things, and we have Gen.G taking on Cloud9. Now, this group has been decided who's making it to the playoffs, but it's all important for seeding, with ET already being eliminated. Potter's still with me. Vetta's come into the fold once again. It's definitely not Godsent versus Spirit, but it is going to be Gen.G taking on Cloud9. Now, this one, right, is interesting because both teams have shown us the mix of what they can do, and now it's time to say who's the dividing factor on, okay, which one is it going to be taking it over the line one more time here. And I feel like from what we've seen, I can look at positives for both, but I can also look at some negatives here for them.
Definitely, and
go ahead, Christine.
The negatives coming in for Cloud9, it's got to be their CT side, right? I mean, all the positives that we could say, I mean, Floppy, he's been entering, he's been showing up, showing just highlight clips and exactly how beastly he is when he's entering through those sites. And even OC, I mean, a consistent offer coming out of him, but this is all only solely on the T side of things. As soon as they go over on their CT side, I mean, it's kind of been the same storyline for Cloud9, just a bit of a struggle, I'd say.
And this is the wild world we live in, right? EG managed to grab that win yesterday. Was by the skin of their teeth, but it was a needed win for their confidence. Just doesn't help them go any further here at the DreamHack Masters. But for everyone else up in this, depending on who wins this, depending on how this group pans out and who's going to be up there in the upper semis.
Yeah, no, it's quite a bit to play for as well, considering whoever out of these two teams ends up second in the group, they get to play MIBR, and the loser of this is going to have to take on Liquid. And I know personally what I would prefer playing against, even though Liquid hasn't necessarily been looking in top form. I'd rather stay away from them because, you know, they have playoff pedigree to the point where, like, they might look, you know, a little bit shoddy throughout the group stages. As long as they make it through, they're going to be lethal. So yeah, no, if I'm Gen.G, if I'm Cloud9, I'm gunning everything for getting that second spot.
And looking at Gen.G, right, this lineup, we spoke about it, Automatic, Benta in there, these two superstars, they're working around what Benta's having to learn coming into this NA scene, and Daps, he's the man with all the planning around him, the strategy, the focus, who's also been able to kind of deliver in his own way throughout all of this.
Yeah, definitely. And Dabs, the man with the plan indeed. And he has been finding a lot more success activating Automatic. He's, you know, the veteran on this team. He's got the major win under his belt, but he's been struggling with that AWP. He hasn't been putting up those numbers that we know and expect coming out of a player like Automatic. So Dabs, he's certainly going to have a lot on his plate to really find some more success for Automatic coming out of the Gen.G side.
And I certainly think that one player we shouldn't ignore here, right, on this lineup is Som, the young star coming out, because this man, he's actually, okay, he's around the Bentes, the Automatics, but Som, at very crucial times, has been able to have a lot of impact.
Yeah, and he's also, I guess, one of the younger talents in NA that didn't hop over to Valorant. So, you know, gotta give him some kudos for that as well. He's a man who believes in his CS career, which is great to see. And I think he's got a good network around him. We've seen what Dash has been able to do with young talent in terms of nurturing them and actually getting them to play proper Counter-Strike at a professional level. So I think he's in a perfect environment to develop as a player. But I think one guy that we can't leave out, and we've pretty much touched on everyone except for this guy so far, is Kusta. Because as Christine mentioned, Automatic has, you know, gone over to that off role and everything and hasn't necessarily been playing as well as we know him to do. But one guy who's actually elevated his level, probably to the surprise of many, is actually Kusta, and he's doing it without the off, which I think is, you know, incredible to see, because he was, you know, pegged as a support player, somebody who's not necessarily going to light up the scoreboard and win you rounds, but Kusta's been doing that for Gen.G as of late.
Well, let's see what Gen.G are thinking going into this one.
Yeah, playing against Cloud9 has gotten pretty weird in the last few series because, you know, like, we'll take turns beating each other and then we change up our veto. I think we're coming up on playing like every map in the game, so it's always a toss-up on what we're gonna play, and that makes it kind of hard to prepare. But we have stuff on, you know, like pretty much all their maps now, so there's not many surprises left. It just depends on who's playing better on the day.
Sonic with a good spawn. Yeah, he's moving with intent here, isn't he? Straight out of main. He could get challenged, and he does. Hello. Automatic with a scout only has managed to take down the entry fragger. Sonic gone. Nades softened up and the bottom's exposed. Bottom's bottom spanked and automatics on for a 3.
I think as a team, we've definitely been focusing on fundamentals more, but it feels like we've gotten to the point where we can start focusing on either individual mistakes or just like more like map specific, whatever, like plays and stuff like that. I think that we're the better team than Cloud9, and I do think we have better individuals than them. But again, some of the results that have been happening recently have been pretty crazy to watch, and so I guess you'll never know what happens.
Kusta giving us some of those Sif vibe looks with his just weird background set there. Yeah, he's just like da-da-da.
A dark ass room.
I love it, but when he's looking at what he's saying there, right, they managed to beat him last time around, but I still think it's not going to be as clear cut on where this veto goes, but we've got a little bit further to go on that. So let's move on things over towards this Cloud9 side of things, because Cloud9 right now, right, they're in a position where they've come close, but yet they've struggled to seal the deal. And Potter, you were mentioning it, right? They're kind of a team of only one side at the moment.
At the moment, that seems to be the case. Their CT side struggles. It's been carrying through and through each series. But I mean, their T side, it's almost carried them through on a lot of these cases, a lot of these matches. So, I mean, just a small adjustments, which I'm sure they've hashed out together as a squad. We know exactly how much practice and work and the grind that these youngsters have been putting through. So I'm expecting a different look on their CT side, but the problems that they've been facing, it's so numerous. So I'm not sure exactly if they'll be able to have enough time to tackle every single issue.
And that's what it's about, right? Dealing with all the problems you have. It's only a short amount of time in between each of the games we get here. We see them getting ready just there ahead of this game coming into it. And some of the players...
Less glare for OC today.
Yeah. The sun's not going to blind him, right? That's definitely a key thing we should look at. And in that 100 Thieves game, I want to touch on that because it was a lot closer than just what the 2-0 scoreline said. They had many opportunities, especially on Just 2, to close that one out.
Yeah, no, they for sure did. And I mean, just as a bit of a theme, Cloud9 always seems to be able to grab one map at the very least in a series in their last couple of games. The only exception would be that 100 Thieves game. But as you mentioned, you know, that Dust 2 game had to go all the way to overtime, and they definitely had their opportunities to actually sneak that one away as well. So by no means is this going to be, you know, a walk in the park for Gen.G. They've had, a bit of a rocky history, I guess, against Cloud9 as well. So they're back and forth in terms of how they do head-to-head. For I guess the obvious thing, as Christina just mentioned, is the fact that they need to sort out their CT sides because they're delivering on the offense. Now it's just, you know, following through on the defensive end as well.
Well, let's listen to the Cloud9 camp and what they're thinking going into this one.
Us and Gen.G are like neck and neck at the moment. I love those guys. They're like good friends of ours, and it's always like a constant battle going up against them.
Straight out of main, he could get challenged, and he does. Hello. Automatic with a scout only has managed to take down the entry fragger. Sonic gone. Didn't even find a second here from Automatic. I wouldn't write him out of this playbook, especially now they're catching nades. Softened up, and the bottom's exposed. Bottom's bottom spanked, and Automatic's on for a...
I do believe we have stronger individual firepower, but it can also just depend on the day. Teamwork-wise, we've been a team longer than Gen.G, so I feel like we have more synergy with one another, and I think we have better team play in terms of just strategy and playing around each other. You just gotta see, man, the results speak for themselves. But we're feeling, every time we're up against them, we feel more and more confident. I think we are like 4-1. So we still have the upper hand, but we'll see.
They think they can match him with the firepower and the individuals. Well, I'm going to have to see it in this game because for C9, it's certainly going to be a point to prove after their last bout they had against each other.
Yeah, but confidence words coming out of Sonic, and I really like that. I like the fact that he's getting more and more used to his oppositions, and they're finding the holes, right? And that's exactly what you can see because head-to-head, he's absolutely right. Cloud9 have bested Gen.G on the majority of the occasions. So the thing, though, is that Gen.G, they're creeping up, man. Each and every time, their slow and methodical approach, it seems to be just getting stronger and stronger. So this is definitely an interesting series up ahead.
Well, let's have a look at this veto and see how everything's going to go down in this one, because then you and Potter were discussing this and where it might go. So let's see if you're going to be right. Which one do you think is going to be the first one to be picked? Ooh.
It's flying through it. Yeah, we're getting, I guess, yeah, we were on point with each our pick. I wasn't sure about the Cloud9 pick, where they wanted to go with it. Christine said that's going to be Dust 2. Like, pretty confident in that one. And I had my, I guess, my money on Train for Gen.G, and I guess we both get a check mark for that one. Vertigo as a decider, that's an interesting one for me. I don't think we've seen the best gameplay out of Gen.G whenever they've played Vertigo, but maybe that's something they've been able to work with as of late. But outside of that, when we come to the starting 2 maps, that's about as comfort pick as you can get it from both sides.
Oh, absolutely. And that Dust 2 coming out. Now, this is going to be an exciting one. I mean, for Gen.G's side of things, I've been talking about Cloud9 kind of having a weaker CT side, but Gen.G, their B defense on Dust 2, it happens to be their losing condition on the CT side of things. So I think Cloud9, this is absolutely a punish pick coming out for them. And that 3rd map with Vertigo, it's the perfect end to this series, just because the last time around Cloud9 bested Gen.G, but Gen.G, they looked like a better team on Vertigo overall together. So I'm very satisfied with these 3 maps coming out for both of these squads.
So I guess it's likely that we could see all 3 maps come into it unless you see something special. So real quick, Potter, starting with you, make a choice. Which way are we going?
I'm going with Gen.G here. I think although Cloud9, they're such an explosive unit and they have such a polished T side, Gen.G, I just think that their slow, methodical approach, they're going to win out in those close, tense moments. So I got to go with Gen.G.
Then in just one word, I don't think we got much time, mate, so give it to me.
Gen.G.
Oh, I'm going to go on the opposite side of this. I'm going to swap it up. I'm going to go for Cloud9. I got faith that they might be able to get this one done, but it's all going to come down to that Vertigo. But without that, it's time for us to get ready for the break. It's time for us to get hyped and get ready for this series. It's going to be coming your way. It's Cloud9 taking on Gen.G after the break.
Cloud9 and Gen.G, both teams that have made it through to the next stage of the tournament, but they're fighting for a prize. Flanders and Scrawny to bring you guys the North American Counter-Strike action one last time before we take a break before playoffs. You know, we got to let it breathe before we come back with the big money prizes. But the prize for this matchup, of course, is who they get to play if they win. The winner of this match is gifted MIBR as an opponent, as opposed to having to play Liquid, which I think scares me still. Yeah, it should. I mean, they are, at the end of the day, still top of North America. But Mohan, this is it. The final BO3. Who do you got?
Ooh, predictions. I don't know. I don't really want to predict this one because I don't know who's going to win. I honestly genuinely don't know.
Okay, who are you excited to watch?
I'm definitely excited to watch both teams because we have nothing but positives about both Gen.G and Cloud9. I think it's no surprise they both made it through. Dude, can you disagree? Like all their series that we've watched, they're like 2 of the most exciting teams in the group right now. They've been really sick. So it's great to see them going head to head right now, Dust 2. And as Potter brought up, it's a great best of 3. And as Ven brought up, you do not want to play Liquid when you get to playoffs because as he pointed out, they're I can't remember, he has such a good term for it, but he basically said they have like the playoff pedigree, something like that, where, you know, it's a team that's so tenured, you just don't want to see how good they get as soon as they have a break and they get to come into the more serious and pressurized matches.
You're absolutely right. So without further ado, let's do it. Last best of 3 here for the group stage. Gen.G, Cloud9 clashing on long A already. Bottom and JT with a couple kills. There's the bounce back from Bentet, and he manages the second. Now he's going to find a player out in the middle of nowhere. Floppy, happy to go heads up and take that duel. Let's see if Kusta can bring in the clutch factor that he has shown us throughout this group.
Little Kusta booster. He's so good in these moments. Clutch situations seems to be where he thrives, bombs down, and he kind of knows at this point, I think, how they're going to play it. But most safely, of course, would be to watch long together. So yeah, he's going to say, screw it, do a couple of run-of-the-mill clears of angles just in case. And when he finds out that nobody's playing close-up spots, oh, it's going to be certain to him that they're playing together. And OC, baby. He's out there.
There it is. Yeah, he connects the shot. So just straight up long A clash. That's exactly what we got last time we saw Cloud9 play Dust 2. Just lots of early long fights, and expect this to go well into the gun rounds as well.
Mm-hmm. And it was Bentet almost got that P250 kill as well, but one floppy boy standing out in the open, he's not scared of anything. You will have to take him down. He ain't gonna run away. Kusta's got
one
the only flash.
Bang.
Yeah, single flash. And Glocks.
Lots of Glocks.
They're up Cat, yeah. They might hear something, yeah, but no nades are being thrown towards Cat.
Yeah, and that flashbang pops behind the box here. You see JT not even have to move to dodge it. So a quick redirection, a quick sleight of hand. And they do pull the wool over the eyes of OC, but so poorly equipped for the situation that the SMGs reign supreme. Cloud9 2-0 start, looking easy. Let's get the buys in, boys.
What's your prediction?
My prediction is Cloud9 win.
In 2-0 or 2-1?
I don't know.
As long as they win, because I got stickers on it. Or not stickers.
No, I think I fall into the same camp as you, where it's like, I don't really know how to predict it, but I'm just going to say Cloud9 because they've given me more convincing, results. I'm still so flabbergasted by their train map, but it's Dust 2.
Right. They both look so great in different ways. And yeah, some of the CS we've seen from Cloud9 has been amazing. I really feel like there are very few holes in their game right now. Just comes down to, do they all play well at the same time? But like Sonic opping, Floppy consistently 180R, like Modum's entries, JT's calling, and his like 3K holds, and OC's opping, like it's just so much star potential on this team. They seem to be getting better and better. Ungodlike, some would say.
You gonna make fun of me right now, man?
It was someone brought it up to me that you say ungodlike, and I thought that was pretty funny because I didn't notice.
Yeah,
but
I swear
yeah,
it started
of course,
this week.
It's like such a funny one because it would just mean like normal. Because godly would be great, ungodly would godly. Yeah, both would be actually pretty good.
Yeah, I
ungodly
can. I
be
mean,
more like unholy, right. I guess.
Mm-hmm. I could use godlike.
Ungodlike.
No, I split it right down the middle. Get the opposite. It's the most extreme way to describe something mediocre.
Yeah,
it sounds hype, hilarious, and it's not.
This is absolutely the most normal moment of all time.
That sounds about what it is, man. Let's see if this A site can hold. JT's over towards the pit. He's looking to lock in a couple bodies. Dies to Kusta's Galil, and there's a good spray down moment here from Kusta. 3-piece off the Galil. Daps going to be brought back. Sonic, all that's left over. He has little HP, and he sprints down to the CT spawn. Ooh, very nice headshot. He's gifted the scout. Doesn't want to walk into the fire here. Tries for the jumping MP9 and even gets the player on the bomb site. But Kusta's at a distance. 4-piece for Kusta. 3 off the Galil. And then that last one hammered home. So there you go. Gen.G on the board. Nice and early.
Yeah, would you look at that? That's a nice pressurized A split. They take Bong and Cat at the exact same time. They've been so good on these executes. This is one of the things they're most well drilled on. Like even better than Cloud9 in some regards. And I think that's the thing that'll carry Gen.G through their T side if they do end up winning rounds. Kusta, great 4K. I was like, Kusta, why aren't you helping your teammate? But he was a bit low. So you can see why he delayed that push. And yeah, you never want to be blind for that. Are you blind for that long? I mean, then you're going to be labeled as legally blind at that point.
Bentet almost finds Sonic here near the smoke. Will do tons of damage. Looking to cut off the other CT player. Grenade blows Modum into Tomorrow. And JT's looking to exit with this op. It sounded like a fireworks show over at that A site with the popping of the flashbangs. Like 6 or 7 it felt like as they just ran through the smokes, charged and stampeded into the CTs. It all works out. Cloud9 hoping to keep that AWP, but Gen.G right on the board. And you know what? Like, if there was anything that I was giving the edge to for Cloud9, you want me to justify that prediction? I thought that Gen.G would have that slower tempoed Counter-Strike that Christine mentioned. And yeah, okay, maybe Cloud9 aren't going to be able to play those sorts of moments, but I also thought there was a world where Cloud9 could come in hyper-aggressively, taking control of the match. And I didn't see Gen.G stepping up to the plate and being able to stop that. But in this round, we just got sheer tenacity on that B-bomb site. And if Gen.G have that flavor of Counter-Strike also in the recipe tonight, then maybe Cloud9 do have their hands full.
Yeah, look at these. The flashes are amazing. I mean, there's just no time for OC to turn. Anytime he tries to turn, he's going to get blind. I have a word for it. I can make up a word like Connor. Furiosity, ferociousness, and furiousness. Wait, yeah. Okay, entry flopper. Floppy has the second best success rate, 69 giggity all right, in opening duels in the NA portion of this tournament. Only Fallen is better. You've called Fallen the Father Fallen, and you've also used Grandfather Fallen, which I thought was hilarious. I think at a certain point, Fallen's like, come on, man, I'm not that old.
Right.
But comparatively, kind of, yeah, he's like a third older than some of these kids.
Yeah, the way I see it is it's not that he's a grandfather in age, but rather in the impact he's had in shaping Brazilian Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
It's like he's generations ahead. Also,
okay, well, B is, yeah, this is a good site to go to, I'd say.
Clear for the taking. All good. Follow up with the nades, play safe, check all the hidey holes. Make sure they're not in the walls. But yeah, called out. That 1 AWP of Sonic, just make sure you don't lose it, and everything else is affordable losses. Automatic. Bottom of middle. Gonna be found out and dealt with. Hey, that's a second gun. Chuck that up. Give that someone. Get him out of here. Op, AK, save, pistols, take the risk, try to stack up some costs because you know that bomb went down for free.
That P250 whiteout that OC has, that's expensive, right?
Which one, sorry?
The P250 whiteout.
P250 whiteout. It might be depending on the condition.
It looks good. I mean, I know most of them, you don't really get them factory new, but it looks really good. And I think they're kind of expensive. Either way, scavenges for a kill, gets it. OC goes down so they don't see it. That's a good kill from Modem. And 2 for this round, where they were stacked on A. Not so bad. Pretty good. Yo, they've got a good B spawn this round.
They could go for it. If it's a factory new whiteout, then it goes for upwards of 105 Canadian dollars. If it's minimal wear, 13 bucks.
Okay. 13 is still pretty high for a P250 skin, I'd say. It's not bad. Well, are they doing this over? Oh, shut up. They're
not stopping. Nope. Floppy, he's going to have the cover. He's able to dodge some of these flashbangs and then come in with a second kill. Daps does trade versus OC, and then Automatic gets the best of Floppy. Bomb drop, rotates coming over. Door isn't blocked, so Sonic has line of vision right on that bomb.
Yeah. Oh, nade smoke, actually. Perfect. But the bomb is like... Yeah, he tries to come over to the other side, which is a creative way to peek it. Off the nade smoke as well. There's another op in the door. Oh, sorry, that's not an op, but it's a one-on-one. Great trade from Modem. That could have gotten hairy. Very hairy. Very Hugo.
Very close. Floppy, forfeiting over towards that car. You can see how the first player in Som is very fixated on playing for the car. And, well, just remember back to when the CT behind car had to look into the wall and never had a chance to turn his head. At least Floppy can just hide behind the tall box, wait out the flashbangs, and, he doesn't have to stare at the floor while they all flood outwards. It's a better solution to what Gen.G have thrown at the B-bomb site. I'm curious to see if that position comes into play next time they try to get aggressive on B.
I do like how Cloud9 made one small adjustment, and it was a perfect way to hold the site where they play B site more normally in between the double stack and the big box, and then they have one rotator at the door, but it just avoids more flashes like you're saying at the double stack. Scout, escort, Sonic? His teammate's gonna share this info with him, right? Oh my god, they're already on the site. Oh, that's really scary for Sonic. Whoa, that's an information problem. That shouldn't happen that way. He's relying on his teammates to tell him. He can't know that they're running up CAD. He's got to have his mid guys tell him.
Ooh, nice shot from JT from downtown. Rocking the M4 at a distance. Terrorist's going to be pretty blinded on the site itself, and they come up empty-handed. So other than Sonic, everybody else moves through this one. But yeah, I mean, somebody should have called that, right? Usually, bro, they're pushing cat. This is no prank.
Or like, watch it, because you're all trying to win. Because if you lose, then everyone loses. But usually you have eyes on Cat, number one, or you have one in spawn listening for Cat, or you hear a flash and you tell Sonic something. They had someone in the spot. I don't know who it was, but maybe he's an informant, turncoat. Trust no one.
Kill everyone.
Oh.
Sonic is trying his best to do that, but Automatic's gonna best him quite quickly. We've seen different versions of aggressive opping from Cloud9's CT side, and I feel like versus their other opponents, that cat aggro op from Sonic has actually been one of the more successful. They'll sometimes lose out on the straight up double doors fight, sometimes even losing a player on back B site. But the cat play, they tend to get away with. Not this round. Number 8 of Dust Q is going very nicely for Gen.G. They find a second entry with Kusta catching Floppy, and a little flash into the corner, predicting JT's position. Kusta with minimal health is moving that push towards B. Bomb moving over, mid completely under control. This is a big move from Gen.G. A big move from Kusta.
Kusta won the round by himself. I mean, Automatic gets the kill on Sonic, but Kusta can still make that play despite that death. But yeah, he kills Floppy in the site. Everything has to do with his grenades too. The flash to the back of the site. He got the info on the repeak, even though he was low. Hit the instant headshot. He threw that smoke to isolate Floppy's spot. There were two kind of 50-50 situations, but Kusta kind of, doing that by himself is enormous. Well, that's kind of interesting. That's really scary for Cloud9 because they've lost a full rushes on B, and also now in aggressive one-man solo lurk into B as well.
Ooh.
Oh, shot between the legs. Automatic. He has narrowly avoided death a couple of times.
Oh
now.
my god.
I thought Sonic was going to win his duel versus Automatic, though.
It did look like that for a moment.
It looked like it was good for a second.
The shot misses the mark ever so slightly, and Automatic doesn't miss. If the op comes into fruition for the side of Gen.G, then that's just a whole new gear that they're shifting into, because I don't think we've seen sniper dominance from them throughout their matches.
Agreed. That's very true.
Out of curiosity,
go ahead.
Who's telling you that I'm making up words on broadcast? Who's ratting me out, man?
Someone might be your friend. It might be someone you don't know.
Oh my god. I guess you said it best, man. Trust no one.
Trust no one.
Well, I don't trust this buy. I can tell you that much. Double P250 and one flashbang. Maybe if they try to force the fight out mid doors, you can try to clamp down on them. Maybe if this boost goes unchecked and they tried to split the B site. But I feel like Gen.G have been very methodical as of late.
I think so too. Sometimes the flash is used to split the double door attention, flash through, push off Cat. No one's here though. Gen.G going through the motions. No moves are made. So they'll go on with their split. They're using their full kind of rifle split strat for this round. I don't know how much they're aware of Cloud9's buy, about how destitute it is. But they are trying their asses off this round.
I like it. I think this round is one of those prime examples to what Potter had mentioned. This is the strength of Gen.G, the meticulousness of their strategies. Whoa, that's a lot of bodies for him to try and hold back. Daps is looking for the third, but a little bit too much movement from Modem. He would love to grab one of these weapons, and he will do so. So now he runs and hides, and tries to move it forward into the next one. But funny that Gen.G, by the time they get to that A site, it's like we get that one burst of energy, that one big gunfight on Catwalk. And of course, it doesn't unfold to the favor of Cloud9 whatsoever. Modem looking to rack up more costs or find the op, and he'll do neither. Gen.G 5-4. We've got the boys on the T side now leading on Dust.
We've got a Kusta like we've never seen. At one point, Kusta was hot and cold and had a streak, and that's when he got a lot of attention and then dropped. dropped off heavily. Now we've got a Kusta who seems to be consistent, impactful, used to his full potential game after game without needing to top frag necessarily. Very smart in the clutch, free reign to pull off lurks. This is the Kusta we love to see.
Man, he's just running up mid with a Glock. This is
Why
a
does he
gun
have a
round.
Glock?
He's running up mid with a Glock. And then Floppy just spams down 2 players long doors.
Why did I just perform the ode to Kusta on a round where he buys head armor and a Glock?
Okay, Gen.G,
what
are you doing?
It was a minute. It was a minute 30 by the time he got down mid. So presumably he still could have been buying guns. How the hell does that happen? And also, like, somebody's got to have an upgraded pistol, right? To give him, if there was some kind of buying mishap.
I have more questions than I have answers.
There has to be some explanation for what happened. So certainly someone noticed. I didn't get to see. All I saw was a man on a full buy round running out mid, $5,900 in his pocket with a Glock and head armor.
Listen, Twitch chat, we could use you. We could weaponize you. Somebody clip it, ship it over to either me or Launders. We'll do a mid-match review of the moment and come back to it the next time there's an eco we can talk over.
Yeah, we can pull Pimp off his balcony watching this game on his iPad and have him give us the Pimp's Corner insight from retirement.
Smoke on the doors. This is going to enable the Xbox cross if anybody else wants to join them on Catwalk. My eyes fall on that bomb carrier, though. You know, you kind of want to leave somebody over towards doors in case there's the chance of a split or the threat of a flank. But it looks like they have other ideas. Double smoke setup from Gen.G out mid. 3 players postured on Cat.
This is a big lurk because we got a man on ramp. OC, where's his fallback position? They've got the op on site. If they jump CT, this could be a big problem. Sonic, he's got eyes, but it's a bold man peeking, and oh, he just can't find the fight. They do such a good job of staying tricky. OC opening frag, Kusta, lurk, frag, and spawn. That's a wonderful round. That's a wonderful round by Gen.G.
Doing a really good job of keeping their heads tucked down, not offering the shot to Sonic. You could see him very close. He had a sliver of a headshot offered a couple of times, but unable to land that one. Just doing a really good job of dodging death long enough to plant bomb. And the moment that happened, Kusta could just activate his CT lurk, and you saw it all unravel from there. Now Cloud9, they are running with their tails tucked, sprinting for the hills. And it's still Gen.G coming in with kills. Kusta cuts down one, and Sonic wants to save this sniper, so he's gonna have to run and hide, but he's surrounded on all sides. There's a chance for Som to sprint out from tunnels. Yo, he gets him just at the end of it. Gen.G not only obliterating the hold, but then also clearing the board.
Oh, look how annoying this is. They're just trying to avoid Sonic. That's a fantastic trade by Som to have to readjust his aim like that. Worst part is here, they don't even know Kusta was in spawn via lurking out mid. They think they could have potentially dropped, which makes it way worse for Cloud9. That leaves that play open again for Gen.G, who I'm sure see that again. Now, it is pistols, but Bentet offers himself up for free. He's like, yo, I want to know how good my team is. You guys have this AK, and let's see if they can beat you.
Little USP taps here from JT. They know he's nearby. Double man advantage and great timing from JT, finding those grenades in hand, and the spray attempt. Som gonna cut down 2 bodies, but he's low HP and Sonic's getting peppered from the back. Oh man, just a couple left. It's the fake plant, activates the counter-terrorist, but by going to the right of the box, Floppy finds vision, a trade train that favors Cloud9. They're gonna tie up at 6 rounds apiece. This one coming off just pistols.
Yeah, Bentet wasn't in a tradable spot up there on Cat, pushed all the way up. Now, it was CTs who pushed into his territory, kind of, so understandable. Probably should have straight up just won the duel, because it's Bentet, of course. And, yeah, instead, Cloud9 just pulled that off and are going off for another Cat push. Mod definitely saw that guy's head. He just didn't notice. Oh.
Can't pull back fast enough. And Audi.
Okay, mid's still valuable right now because 2 CTs died on Cat. So JT, he wants to stay here because he knows they want to try to get the guns, but they have enough utility to go and push him back. So if they force this fight, JT's in a tough spot. He doesn't have a teammate to come and help him, but Gen.G are definitely going to come try to get these guns. And JT knows
Flashbang tells him. Oh, he even gets the player on the Xbox, but it's Bentet in the closer corner to swing out wide. So maintains the man advantage and definitely just heard OC sprint over to the A site. That's one confirmed and one unknown. The unknown entity, named Floppy, just found the back turn of Bentet. That's a free kill offered over, but it's also a sign that the B site could be clear for the taking. Kusta already able to cross over towards Plat. Automatic draws the attention of Floppy by downing OC, and that enables Kusta to take up his last kill. So Gen.G into the lead yet again. Very nicely done. I like this match. It's been very back and forth. Pistol rounds paying off. You can't count anybody out right now.
Oh, that's a great pick by Automatic. He's actually won that twice now versus Sonic. Both times it looked like Sonic had the advantage too. So he's got, yeah, Automatic's got the quickness. Bentet out long. He's been having a weird game so far.
Oh boy, that could have been the old stat pattern. And looks like Kusta is going to get the most of it. Daps, well, he gets a little bit off the top. But two-piece for Bentet, double on Kusta, fully blinded as he rounds the corner. Good stuff to just chew through the pistol round, and we're suddenly on the 15th. This half has been as close as can be. We've seen awesome T-sides out of Cloud9 on Dust 2, so I think that they're kind of excited to switch over and try to test the defense of Gen.G, although it's Gen.G with a lead at the end of the half no matter what, even if Cloud9 take a 7.
Ooh, Automatic waiting for just a moment. JT would have actually peeked into that, but he fell back, and it would have been a 60 or 78 health risk for him to stand there. Doing great on the op so far, controlling mid specifically, being a thorn in the side of Sonic, being a spike on the Hedgehog, being the Knuckles to his blue ball.
They're coming, OC. You better be careful. Playing around with the grenades, going for a deeper pick. I mean, Kusta just crossed over into that corner, so he doesn't see him, but Daps is going to get the confirmation of the sniper there. OC ready for Automatic to be posted. And now he's got Floppy in case they decide to try and go in off this rush. We've seen a good amount of rushes into the B site from Gen.G, normally coupled with that flash train. But instead, they're going to walk away from this. Remember, Daps, he's the one who scared the Opper off of Catwalk, and he has been posted here ever since.
And he said, yo, guys, let's think about A. But JT, he's getting info, and he hears a lot. That's a good
lines him up.
Oh, Bentet, he headshot Som, leaving Kusta here to trade, and he can't do it. Wow, it's as tight as it can be in the half.
Yeah, that's it. Cloud9 going to find their 7th, folks. We'll take a quick break, be back with the second half. Who wins Dust 2? Time to find out.
Sipping up the sunset in a state of undress. Feel like getting careless. Light me up the regrets. Are you looking at me? Pretty shoes on my feet. Are we gonna get flexy? Gonna walk so dangerous. Wanna jump into the rush. So sexual, we're beautiful. Gonna be forever young. Playing dirty in the sun. We are beautiful. Kiss me like you mean it. You're my dirty little secret. 'Cause I'm feeling high, running wild. Do you wanna spend the night? You know you're gonna like it. 'Cause I'm looking at you. Gonna get you in your birthday suit. Get you gone when we're through. Gonna walk so dangerous. Wanna jump into the rush. So these shoes on my feet. Are we gonna get flexy? Gonna walk so dangerous, wanna jump into the rush. So sexual, we're beautiful. Gonna be forever young, playing dirty in the sun. We are beautiful. Gonna walk so dangerous, wanna jump into the rush. So sexual, we're beautiful. Gonna be forever young, playing dirty in the sun. We are beautiful.
All right. Gen.G, 8 rounds, switching over to the defense. We've seen Cloud9 with lackluster holds on Dust 2. They've always impressed us more so on the offense, and I think this is where they can weaponize that awesome aggressiveness we've seen at times. Will it be enough? Fighting for the seeding, fighting for a match versus MIBR or Team Liquid. This one means something. Daps, he waits for nothing. He just sprints straight at the door, fully announcing himself and his intent, and he does it completely alone. He's able to get 2 kills from it, and then all of a sudden it starts to get brought back. Sonic's gonna get boxed in at the bottom of mid. Meanwhile, the other 2 Ts sprinting across, and wow, Som catching the gush, denying Cloud9 a second player. So if they want this round, it's got to be the 1v3 from JT. We shall see if he is made of magic. Goes for the peek over towards the catwalk, gets tagged up a little bit slightly, and doubles back into the long peek. So that's that. It's a retake from Gen.G. It's a strong pistol, and it's all kind of kicked off by Daps. I mean, sure, he dies in that commitment, but he gets 2 kills and so much information.
Whenever I'm teaching people how to play Counter-Strike, I always teach them to like strafe to the side if they want to take an angle. Daps charges forward into the door. I don't know if he expected to see someone, but this is not a nice situation usually. But he reacts so quickly to Modem that, I mean, Modem's got to be furious. Some guy comes charging into the door on CT side.
It's like Daps is, you know, he has so much knowledge about his opponent. He is so prepared for them that he's like, hey, well, guys, I'm gonna go just, you know, stop the 4 dudes in long doors, get a couple of kills.
He must have thought it was clear,
too
right?
Confident. It looks too confident not to have either expected people in there and wanting to force the fight to confirm it, or yeah, maybe thinking
no idea. Yeah, it's one or the other.
One extreme or the other. No in-betweens.
Oh.
Limp. Dies towards mid. A little bit of a lineup here through the smoke. Daps wanting to keep half of his magazine. You don't want to be stuck mid reload. Making mincemeat of the Ts who tried to push through that utility. Did not work. Completely empty-handed. Daps, big 3K. And you know what about Daps, bro? When we watched him play just the other day, he had an incredible showing on Vertigo. Yeah.
Oh my God, he was amazing.
It was huge.
I think he had gunners on. That's why.
It could have been. If his individual level is going to start like peaking with the rest of the talent on Gen.G, then this could be.
I think he had like gunners on, and he was drinking Monster Energy, and he had his keyboard sideways, and his saturation at 100%, digital vibrance cranked all the way to the max. He had DM for 6 hours that day and the day before. That was Daps on Vertigo.
Just cranked. And I love it. But it's over towards the B site this round that Modem finds an entry. So all the things we can talk about Daps, he's dead now.
I curse everybody. I just did a whole ode to Kusta, and then he runs out with the Glock and head armor.
We hype up Daps, and he dies to just the simple smoke push.
Literally loses the round.
Yeah, and but you know
Daps had to.
Daps had to.
Well, he had to frag out, but that's because of the mid split, of course. You know, they put a lot of good pressure there at mid to stop the rotates. And it's all about calling out, like, the side of the door that the CT is standing on is so incredibly important on this map. Because if the Ts can spot mid from the second the round starts. So unless there's smokes that go up in the mid round at mid, which is a bit more rare, then the Ts can know how many people are on one side. So if they hear a full nade setup on long, they expect 3 or 4 there. They don't see anybody cross back at mid, then they know that Gen.G are leaning towards A, they can pull off the mid split. And it's really sometimes hard for the CTs to know that that information is in the other camp. So being able to flash cross mid, fake mid, throw smokes down mid round, All of these things can actually make that more of a question mark, even if you do want to pull the lean over towards A. But this map is so interesting from that perspective because mid sees all the way through the middle of the map, back to the wall and spawn. The only way to deny information is through utility.
Deep Molly goes on Catwalk. Oh, onto Catwalk. Automatic's not going to be able to move by it, so he puts down a Molotov of his own, and because of the smoke towards CT, he's called into action. Som's going to dump his utility belt. Both Daps and Som able to get a kill apiece, and Daps even cutting off the bomb carrier. Despite losing Som inside of the B site, he goes one better. Throws himself into the fray, as Floppy has down here towards the bottom of mid. He gets into the CT spawn, and now it's Floppy and Modem to try and continue on. But Automatic has other ideas, and Bentech comes in with the final kill. That's Gen.G 3-round lead, and a CT side that starts off strong.
Automatic saves his teammate. Great push there from Daps. And this is how you can split the defense. One of the appropriate responses versus the B hits. Number one can be smoke window, molly, or smoke, whatever, one or the other choke point. Molly one, smoke one, peek the other, and then fight that way, have one holding down tunnels. But if you think there's a minority coming tunnels, or like there's only two, then you want to push it, get the kills, get control. And Gen.G have been shied off of long control this round. This is a great start from Cloud9, and they're actually wasting no time. I mean, I like the adjustment here from the CTs, but they are missing this jump. Oh my God, ends up just being a great boost.
Incredible. Floppy's going to get one of the two in response, but yeah, there's almost a world where if Automatic had made the boost, then he would have been far more exposed. So it still goes the way of Gen.G, locking it down after that, but they completely forfeit the long control. They try to boost two players. The first one's quick, the second not so much, and they don't even get punished for that. So all things considered, Automatic going to use that cover. If anybody asks, it was all on purpose.
As far as the T's are concerned, when they look out, like, damn, that was smart. They ended up boosting and not getting behind the box. Much more open shot, a little bit closer up. User nades, kids. C9 have done just 37 utility damage. That could be a 4-round difference in stat. And this round they don't have any option. I mean, they could do about 4 utility damage if they hit everybody with their nades.
Maybe get lucky and hit the same person twice.
Or that bug comes in and you do 20 damage with a smoke.
Right. Gets stuck in their legs.
There we go.
The most god-awful sound in Counter-Strike is when that bug happens. Here's Bentech. Off of the catwalk, trying to make that sound happen versus the T's here. I mean, they're going to desperately try to run away, and I respect the incentive. You know, they want that weapon. They want to get moving forward. They want to sneak the bomb onto the A site for a plant, but none of that can happen because Kusta just catches all the headshots. 1, 2, 3.
It's so weird, but does Bentech just look kind of good, but not like Tyloo Bentech good?
Yeah, I can see that. I can see what
kind of weird, right? Because he's like he's like actually such a superstar.
Yeah, but Poland's next greatest thing, and well, seems like he's down for the count. He was pinned behind the car by Floppy. This calls Automatic into action. One of 2 snipers currently in play. CT is very quickly trying to run over here to the A bomb site and not let Cloud9 get away from this because there was such fast timing on that play that they could have and still can completely reset through their spawn into any kind of default and just flex this 5v3 anywhere on the map. But what they do is really cool. They sit back, the CT is now second guessing the fact that they're here, and then everybody comes barreling back into the bomb site. But Automatic still able to catch one over the top of the smoke, and the flashbangs are making things awkward. Not to mention, they've left bomb. All 3 T's have pushed past the cross. Now OC realizes the error of his ways and has to move backwards. Modem's come up from the catwalk, clearing that piece of the map. He's just gonna have to throw it. And JT, he's gonna get his hands on it. Counter-terrorists, they're trying to get the retake positions instead of trying to lock off bomb.
They have 2 smokes. They can do long smoke cross. Oh, where do they put them both? Oh, wow. Okay, just for the CT crosses. Just like taking cat, basically. 2 ops in play. They need to get these ops kills passively, but T's are not giving them any shots.
not going to get any easier the closer they get either. The Goose Anchor and Modem could be huge, not to mention Floppy's not making moves until now. Pops up from behind the car, and it's only automatic left over, so Cloud9, really cool tempered aggression. Straight in their faces on long, immediately retreating, falling entirely silent, and then once those counter-terrorists moved away to go make sure B wasn't compromised, we had Cloud9 fully committing. Even with the bomb being stuck, they recovered from that issue because the CTs were so flustered. And that is their chance back in on this T side. Still trailing by 4, 1 away from double digits.
That's nuts, yeah. Just OC running forward through that and just trusting the flash from his teammates lying behind him. Beautiful. And he catches Bentep before he gets in position at the car. They try to hold on to that. I don't know. Cloud9, they definitely made it a bit risky, though, taking so long afterwards because of the bomb getting dropped. They allowed the CTs to get totally comfortable. One pick to come down. Sonic grabs that frag. He might walk right into Daps if he's not aware. No, he is aware. And that gives some good information to Floppy.
Yep. Who then gets the kill without losing too much health. Modem all the while, trying to deal with the cap pressure here, but Automatic's focused on long. Don't want to peek into that other op. They're both missing shots.
Oh, how's this happening?
And it's close now. Automatic even dealing with Modem. But it's Floppy to be the difference maker. 21 frags, 3 of them in this round alone. Som trying to play around the smoke here. If he scopes at JT, then suddenly Floppy can just swoop down on him.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's info. JT wins the fight from a distance, locking down Pit and giving the double digits to Cloud9. 13 rounds to 10, and the economy fumbles here for the defense, so they're going to have to probably give up an 11th.
Somewhat of a messy round on both sides. That was a great trade by Floppy because Automatic, you can't see it from there, but he was opping, and he knew that Floppy was right around that corner. He could have very easily scoped up and got that kill despite being low HP if Floppy didn't continue with the spray. We watched that from Automatic's perspective, and it looked like Floppy was ready the whole time. We see that instead, it's more true that he just turned around on a dime. Cloud9 reached double digits plus the eco. Maybe make this 11. Maybe bring it within 5. But for the most part, I'd say Gen.G looked quite good. The Automatic on long, they had a bit of a kerfuffle from the plat to the site, and both players missed, right? It was like OC Automatic. They were just like missing.
Didn't help.
But, yeah, they were both missing. It was kind of messy.
You know what? Sometimes I like sloppy Counter-Strike.
Like college ball. Like it's charming because more exciting rounds happen.
Right, it's just you never know what you're going to get.
Box of chocolates, Counter-Strike.
Smoked off on the catwalk, so that Deagle trying to survey the bomb site finds nothing. JT's going to deal with the shot to the side of his head. Almost finding that third one as well on Benefit. Yo, down he goes. Modem going to finish this one off, so that's Cloud9. They got their 11th, as expected, considering the buy there, or lack thereof it, from Gen.G. But did this team camera get less quality as days go on?
Oh, I thought my vision was going. Yeah, that's about 4 pixels and lots of glare.
They still haven't closed the window shades.
I can't believe it because I can just see the reflections. OC looks like an anime character with the evil one with the reflection off his glasses. Sonic gets some revenge from the first half, killing off Automatic, but then Som answers right back like, Tim, I got your back, bro.
Don't worry about it. Daps, tucked close door. Whoa, Molly almost on him. Yeah, even if you're not taking damage, that's enough to make you nervous. 3 players have climbed the Xbox. They're going to try to move up quickly, but Kusta puts up the defense.
That's sick.
Lays down the law.
I don't even know why that's a wall bang. You can see his whole head.
That's just how hard he headshot him.
Right.
Kusta's going to fall back to Game Helper, hoping for another one. Flashbang on point. Yeah. But the peek, the re-peek from Modem. You know, there's a world where I mean, you see that from Kusta's perspective, and he's just expecting the continuation of that trajectory. But for Modem to go back and re-peek to the right like that unexpectedly, damn, takes the sniper down. But the snipers are still firing. Som off Xbox with another versus Floppy. Does Bentet want to try and push up long? If he gets closer, then Som's definitely going to be drawn in with him. But the tease, wow! Som's still able to drop Modem first. Bentet grabbing the AWP, trying to cross over to the site. Now, he doesn't have a kit currently on him. Frag Grenade's going to go deep, and the bomb's planted for Catwalk, where OC looks to just lock this off. He even has the Molotov to do it. That drops onto the bomb site, and it's a headshot. The cherry on top. Beauty of a round here from Cloud9 yet again, but it comes down to the wire. Do not for a moment think that one was a blowout. Kusta throwing himself to the front line. Som with the tracking versus Modem. So awesome. But OC, the insurance policy, got the round done.
It's the Molly that does it. Man, that round was just all about ops. Completely dictating every single engagement there. The fallback and so on. Full on stack towards Log in this spot. JT is going to have a lot of pressure applied, but lots of teammates to help him out. Dinks coming through, but no kills. Maybe one or two. Som, he'll have to build the CZ, but he forgot the manual in spawn. Ever try to build Lego by heart? It's not easy.
No, just disappointing.
Yeah. And you'll usually forget about a piece and step on it later. Tac pause called by Gen.G as they talk about stuff. Consista.
Go on.
Kusta's average ratings have been largely consistent, never averaging under 1.0 for a year. He now has 1.01 for 2020.
Kusta cool. 101, you tell me.
Kusta 101. I like that. Kusta fundamentals. I feel like if you have the fundamentals down pat every single game and you do your aim training, that's what your rating is supposed to be. That's like how the HLTV rating should be figured out, I guess. That's where you should be shoehorned into, the 1.0. That's it. But it's good. Yeah, definitely a good thing considering his position on the roster. Like, yeah. It makes sense to me, man. It makes sense to me. Oh, well, trade by Kusta. That's a bit more utility damage.
There goes Bentet, however. And that pick happens as they very rapidly just push their way into the B bomb site. Automatic has to be cautious, but now he's got to turn his attention back. They are inside his site, and he compromises them. There's really only Sonic elsewhere, so Cloud9, they're going to go for the bomb plant. Sonic isn't really in this mix, so he's going to be doing his own thing for the time being. Counter-terrorists, if they want to try to force this retake, if they don't want Cloud9 to find their 14th round first, then you'd think they have to find Sonic, but there's no real reason for them to believe he's over here until now. He fires off and it's traded straight away. Automatic doubling back from the tunnels. Looks like he's going to go by shoulder to shoulder with Kusta. Molotov deep flat. They're really running out of time, but this is still doable. It's JT spotted close. The no-scope from Automatic. Low HP, up close, and he's got both bodies. Jumping onto the bomb, but I don't think he's got the time, or does he? No! Cloud9 blow him to the sky, and they take that 14th round first.
One tick from victory, and the flash, molly, and smoke were all so useful. Molly to the back of the site to flush him out of position, flash to keep him in the molly if possible. Som comes out with such low HP, and Kusta's nades were great. He couldn't get the trade, and it comes down to the no-scope clutch and one tick of difference between a win or a loss in a situation where in round 28 and Cloud9 are up 14-13.
Another fast fight over towards long doors. Gen.G come out on top. See if they shift into that mid hit. They did it quickly last round, but Automatic somewhat ready. Good enough for a little bit of damage, but lesser weapon than that of OC. They follow up with the same procedure that we saw in this last round, but it's not the same execute. Bit of a fake that Daps could easily figure out. He's going to see bodies jumping up onto the Xbox. They don't see him. He sprays for more than one. Floppy team kills Sonic in the end of that, and now they're going to walk right into Bentet. 2 kills versus just OC, who only then falls right after. 14 rounds apiece. Gen.G keep it tied. Cloud9 call the pause. Everyone catch your breath.
Whoa, the emergency rotate, they seemed so sure that they could get out mid in that spot that they just had no idea. I don't know if they thought that Daps was going to be the door guy. And then, yeah, they just ran headfirst into him. Could have had the chance to play that round out a little bit longer, even though they got called out. but I guess they thought they killed the B push. They thought the B push would stay alive. They'd be fine. The breadwinner, Daps, has earned more in prize money in his career than all 5 C9 members combined.
Yeah, according to Liquipedia, Daps' approximate total winnings, $249,436.
Show me my money, says Daps.
And he's Canadian, so that's like $500,000.
Well, he's pulled off E-League. That was... Oh, wait. No, it was Stanislaw. I don't know. He's won some stuff, though.
The eternal struggle. Or was it when Stan was leading?
Yeah. Either way, an illustrious career.
Yes.
Okay, man, this is getting serious.
Number 29, big buy.
I like that both teams have kind of a lot of money. Whoa, that's a spray from JT. Couldn't have come at a better time. Can't make it 3, though. Shut down on his tracks. Instant trade leaves Cloud9 in the man advantage situation. So it's another retake. Gen.G haven't been fantastic on the retakes. And this bomb, that couldn't be planted in a better spot. Yeah.
Bro, you're going to plant on the box?
It's easily spotted by Pit. Like, what are you supposed to do? They don't even know they can't win this execute.
I knew Sonic was a troll, but come on, man. You got to give him a chance, right? Gentleman's agreement. Actually, no. Screw that. Sonic wants the win. This is big, you know? Both Cloud9 and Gen.G trying to make waves in the NA scene at the moment. And Cloud9 going to secure that 15th. Big play by JT. I'm really excited for that replay. Not only has he killed the player in the closest stair pit, but then the flick up onto the shelf. Automatic trying to hold it as well. He got 2 kills with the AWP. So, you know, doing a good job of cutting back numbers, but just too much to handle. The sheer aggressiveness. And that's why I edged Cloud9 at the start of this. That's the kind of aggressiveness that I'm talking about.
That's so sick from JT. I mean, it's almost like saying high fragging IGL is like meaningless now because you have like every IGL these days just doing so well and JT just contributing. Like you wouldn't be able to tell he was an IGL from his gameplay at all. At all. True. You would never guess that in any other era of Counter-Strike. You would just say, damn, this guy's hired guns because he aims among the best of them. He's so good. That's a pretty sick round from Cloud9. Would have loved to see that retake play out to the point that they have to try to defuse. But yeah, that's honestly the best plan if they have Goose up because they had Pit as well. JT with the confidence. You can even get shot from CT in that position, so you know, risque.
It's also fast. You know, even the CT Molotov, like there was, like you said, you want to see that play out to the point of a retake, but the retake was immediately met by the slowing effect of the Molotov. Terrorist would have had strong post plants. Modem is going to flash his way towards Cat, follow up with the same sort of smoke as seen previously. Automatic's aim's going to have to be even better now because he doesn't have the luxury of an op. So it's headshots or quick peeks.
Did you have 0 nades?
Modem just kept his head lower. Daps, deep corner position towards long. Automatic knows he's compromised. The A site falls apart, and Modem just flushes Bentet away from Goose. It's a 2 versus 5 attempt here for Gen.G. The T side of Cloud9 proves too much to handle yet again. A bender of a map to start off this series. 30 rounds needed, and it seems like Som's got it all to do. If OC takes this last frag, it's a team ace, and that's really what Cloud9 have showed us. Team prowess across the board. A nice little attempt here from Som, but that's it. Map 1, back pocket for Cloud9. And curiously, this, of course, the pick of Cloud9, we moved to Train, a map that we know Gen.G want to play, but we also have high expectations for the other side of this matchup. So I think that Train, whether this series goes 3 maps or not, could serve as some of the best showcase for these two teams' talent. So don't you dare go too far. Get yourself a drink, come back for the analysts, and we'll see you guys on Train.